Guys, so we are going to just chat a little. Um, I have been doing so much packing. I am exhausted. It is actually like 2:30 in the morning right now, and we had a really bad thunderstorm, and we had the tornado warning, and then I passed out for about an hour, and then my head got so stuffed up. There is something in that back room that I am just allergic to. So I came out here and lost my Roku remote. So I can't even watch TV or anything. So I decided to watch a few videos on doing editing a little bit different on my program that I use. I use Filmora 9 because it was like the cheapest program I could get that was at least decent. So I did a few kind of fun things for a new intro and new outro. I hope you guys find it at all interesting. But I am also going to try to start putting like the pictures of stuff up here. See if I can do that. I really haven't. The idea of editing stuff, like really editing it, kind of was like, I don't think that's gonna happen. But I decided to try to give it a try and see what happens, you know. So we paid our deposit for $100 to hold our apartment in Utah. So we definitely have a place to live. The funny part is it's the school that my husband's going to is literally right at the end of the road. It's like maybe 2 miles away from the apartment. The church is about a mile. We found a couple places that Kenny can apply to work. My work will be a few miles the other direction from where they're all headed. Of course, I'm always going a different way. But I'm excited to get started and just kind of, you know, get on our path out there and start over and all that kind of stuff. We did get a 3-bedroom apartment. Probably after the baby's born and we go to Connecticut and come back, we will start doing foster care again, which I am super excited about. But I'm going to get with them once we get moved in so we can do our online classes for that and get all set up for that, have our inspection, whatever else they need to do. And just, that's right now, that's what the plans are. I'm still really nervous with the move in general, just because it's a lot. It's a big change. We know very few people out there, but at the same token, we know very few people out there. It's more opportunity to meet new people, make new friends, so I'm excited about that part of it. Recently on my Facebook, I asked my friends if I should dye my gray that I've had since I was 21 pink. And my husband has checked multiple stores when he's had to just go in for something else, like Walgreens for a prescription, Walmart here, Target down in Daphne. We ran in the other day. And we have found every other color but pink. We found weird colors of blue. We found some purple. And I said, you know what? Forget it. I'm just not meant to dye my hair pink. God's going, don't do that. So I ended up just getting like a root touch up so that just before we leave I can fix my grays and have them look my normal color. Plus I'm positive. The nice thing is it's just this front part that's gray. It's just like this front section, which I tell my kids to me go like this all the time. I just wipe the color right out of my hair, which is actually probably possible. But I did get something really cool when we went to Target. Target has started carrying K-pop albums. And so I did go and get NCT 127. I got the red one and the yellow one. They're 2 different versions, so they're different photos, different, and just everything's different inside of them. So I did get both of them. Now, usually when I buy those on like Amazon, they're like $25-$30. Those were only $17. And I do have to say, I know one of the American K-pop albums that came out was not great. Some people that got theirs at Target got shorted. This one was very good, so I was very happy with this one. And the second one I did was I got my BTS persona. I wasn't going to get this one for anybody who cares about K-pop. I have a love-hate relationship with BTS. See, that's the card I got. I got Suga. That's actually my bias, so that was kind of cool. And then this is really cool. They gave us, see if I can, oops, this is upside down, so that's not real helpful. It's like a film strip with all their pictures in it. So that's kind of cool. But I like the group. I like their music. Their fans, some of their, I shouldn't say their fans. Some of their fans are crazy. And like, what bothers me the most about it is you hear fans talk about how oh, you know, I'm not like that. We don't approve of that. The group doesn't like that. But when these people are doing it, no one else says anything. Like nobody tells them to shut up. Nobody tells them to grow up. Nobody tells them to stop being a bully. And reality check. I am not an 18-year-old fan. I've been a K-pop fan for well over 10 years. Back when it was like just Shinhwa, Sexkies, you know, when Super Junior came out, Big Bang, stuff like that. Like that's when I was listening to it. So I had friends who were Korean and friends who were just not Korean that liked K-pop. And so to have a group of like 12-year-olds tell me I'm too old to listen to BTS, I'm too fat, I'm too ugly, I'm too this, I can't do it. So I disconnected myself from all fan stuff. And actually, for quite some time, I disconnected myself from the group completely because it was just so toxic and I was so upset about the way I was treated that I just stopped. And I was talking to a friend of mine who is a BTS fan, but she says I'm not ARMY because I ran into too much toxic stuff when I was trying to be ARMY. And so we talked about it, and, you know, she said to me, she said, you know, when you don't buy the albums, it doesn't hurt the fans that are mean to you. It hurts the group. And if you actually like the group and like the members, then don't let the fans get in the way of you listening to the music. And I thought, you know, that's something I really never thought of. I've separated myself from them because just thinking about the group made me think about the way I was treated, and I didn't like that. Especially, you know, a group that's so big on love yourself is like their thing. When you have people in the group who like literally push people to a bad place, if you know what I mean, it's hard to see the separation in that. So you know, for me, I finally kind of figured out that I can both be a fan of their music but not a fan of some of their fans, and that's okay. I mean, will I go to a concert? Probably not, because I don't want to deal with those people. Um, and I don't have to go to a concert. Like, I like going to concerts, but I don't have to pay what BTS is charging. I don't have to be in a nosebleed seat or, you know, alongside of some, you know, 12-year-old whose mom bought her expensive tickets and she thinks she's like, you know, queen of the world. I don't need to be next to those people. So I can enjoy the music from my house and then just pay to go see the groups that need the support and who have the more positive fan bases. Now, does every fan base have their negative Nellies and their rude people? Yes. It's just I ran into so many of them with BTS that, you know, you go on like V Lives and these newer groups would be talking about their new music and talking about debuting and talking about all this stuff. And people would be like, oh, do you know BTS? Can you sing this song by BTS? I love BTS. BTS is my favorite group. Okay, well, this guy's not from BTS, so could you maybe ask him to sing one of the songs they do? Because obviously you're just popping into V Lives talking about BTS, and that's rude. And I always felt they just disrespected the artist so much that I just couldn't stand it. And enough about K-pop, because I know most of my viewers do not like K-pop, don't care about K-pop. So I still have a few more episodes of stuff that's happened to me. I don't know if you guys are interested in this content at all. It just is what it is. I'm going to be doing a video on making trail mix. I have a video coming up. I'm actually making hummus tomorrow, some sriracha hummus. So I will be sharing that video as well. And right now, a lot of my time is taken up by schoolwork because I'm still working on my life coaching, my real estate class, and getting my life insurance approval. So I got a lot of stuff on my plate right now, but I want to make sure that I get back on the wagon with my videos. The first one was so hard to make to come back after I had like a really crazy month. And it's still going to be another crazy few weeks. I'm not going to lie. I may miss a day here and there. There's not a whole lot I can do about that. I think I've convinced my husband to go ahead and let us get a hotel room instead of just parking in a parking lot and sleeping in the truck. But we'll see what happens with that. I do know the 29th we'll have a hotel room, so that'll be good. And just overall, that's just kind of, the gist of what we're doing. And I'm just kind of excited to kind of get everything moving towards the move. All we're waiting for now, because the appraisal's already done, is the all clear to close. That's the only thing we're waiting on. We've reserved our U-Haul truck. We've gotten a hotel room for the night before the closing, because the closing is going to be south of us. We want to take everything down, including the beds, so that if we have an early closing, we aren't trying to hurry up and throw stuff in a truck. Because once we close, the house is theirs, and anything left inside is theirs. So it all has to be packed on the 29th. And then after that, it's, on our way west and north. Quite 29 hours, I think, is our drive. We're basically going to like Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, and then New Mexico, and then kind of like this little four corners, like Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, and I think Colorado, maybe. I don't know. We're just gonna kind of shoot through that little corner and then straight up Utah, and then we'll be home in our new home, in our rental house, until we decide we want to buy a house again. We just kind of want to see where we want to go, but I was really excited. I did find a Korean market in Layton, and I was so bummed. I found a Korean restaurant in Ogden that had galbi, which is it's like a pork rib, and they had tteokbokki, and they had bulgogi, which my husband loves, and they also had bibimbap, and I was just like, man. And then I was like, oh, we're gonna go there, right? We're gonna go there because we'll probably get there on Sunday the 3rd, but we can't move until the 4th. So we were just gonna get a hotel room, and I'm like, oh, we'll find this place. We'll go to dinner if they're open, like if they're letting people serve food again. And then I noticed on their Facebook page they closed the end of February. So I was super sad about that because I really love my Korean food. And having the first meal we get when we get there be like one of my favorite meals, it would be great. But I guess that's not the way it's going to be. So it'll be fine. But I mean, there's an In-N-Out burger there, and it was funny because I've never eaten In-N-Out. I've never had the option to eat In-N-Out because there's never been one near me. And I had to laugh because I asked my friend, I'm like, well, what's animal style? And she was like, well, I really can't explain it. It's like Thousand Island dressing. And I was like, ugh. And then I looked it up, and it is like all the stuff I would take off a burger. Like I would never put like Thousand Island dressing type stuff on there. My husband would love it. I don't like onions, caramelized onions. And it's just, yeah. I just can't even. It's just, I could never, ever, ever, ever do that stuff. Like I just couldn't. I could never do animal style. I mean, yeah, I'm good. I'll just try it regularly. I do want to get it the protein way, where it's no bun. I'm excited about that option because I really don't like buns. I don't like my burgers breaded at all. Like it just doesn't taste good to me anymore. It's funny though. I was telling my husband the other day how weird it is that I there's certain things I just can't do anymore. I would love to, but I don't even like it anymore. Like, I forget what he had the other day. He got something the other day, and he was like, oh, here, do you want some? And he, like, split it 50-50, and I was like, okay. Well, I go, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, took one bite of it, and I was like, here, you can have it all. He's like, wow. I'm like, I can't even eat it anymore. It's too sweet. And he's like, it's not that sweet. And it wasn't like candy. It was something that really isn't overly sweet. but my mouth, my body just couldn't handle it. And I was like, that's so funny. Like we were making Kool-Aid to kind of fill up instead of having sodas and stuff like that in the house. We just bought a whole bunch of Kool-Aid. These are tons of gallons of water. Well, it was funny because we're using like a quarter of the sugar in our Kool-Aid. Because he made it with the full amount of sugar, I couldn't drink it at all. He made it with half, I still couldn't drink it. So we had to make it like a quarter of the sugar you normally would put in. And even then, it's borderline for me. But I didn't realize how much sugar I cut out of my diet. So that was kind of a happy thing, I guess. But yeah, so all's well that ends well. The move is going well. Aside from the Korean restaurant closing before we got there. And just in general, I mean, I'm excited. And I can't wait to show you guys our new place. And hopefully get on the ground running real quickly, get my test taken, get working real quickly. Luckily, my husband qualifies for unemployment because when his company started laying people off, he had already given notice, and we had already planned our move, but because the company he's going to has, what's the word I'm looking for? They're currently doing layoffs too. So they're not going to take him on right away. They're still going to hire him, so I'm not worried about his job. But they're not accepting new people at this time. So he's going to be hired once they bring back the other employees. So we're just waiting for that to happen for him to start working. But because of the situation, his employer told him just go ahead and do unemployment. We'll pay for it. Don't worry about it. So we're going to go ahead and do that because that way he can still go work where he wants to go work, do what he wants to do, and we'll be good to go. So yeah, that's what's going on. I will keep you guys up to date on all of the stuff coming up. Once we get settled, I'm going to go ahead and order our plane tickets to go in July and go meet the grandbaby. And yeah, so all's well that ends well, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.